Brawl Stars has 6 different incredible world champion teams, but it's only natural to ask which was the best. So let's take a trip down memory lane and break down each team's run to becoming number 1. The first world champions were crowned in 2019. Nova Esports consisted of 3 British members who had originally linked through Ark's Discord, a popular player and creator for Brawl Stars at the time and now professional caster. It was only the first year of competition, so the qualification was very different than the current structure. Nova Esports competed in Europe, which had 2 of the 8 world final spots, and instead of a monthly finals, they qualified in one of the 3 qualifier weeks. They placed top 2 in the opening qualifier, which allowed them to make the 8-team single elimination bracket that would determine the 2 seeds for the world finals.
Tom on the spike has no value. That means he can step forward to continue his own. 5 seconds left, and Stop Rob ends up dropping. MMA Russia can't find his way in. Cerulean comes out with the shield, and that does it for Nova Esports. They punch their ticket to the finals.
In the top 8, Nova made it to the semifinals, but Clash Spain defeated them and went on to earn the number 1 seed in Europe. Nova Esports was seemingly knocked out. However, Clash Spain was disqualified by Brawl Stars for having a member share their account. This lucky break meant that Nova Esports were bumped up to be the 2nd team to represent Europe in the World Finals, and they made it count. Nova Esports tore through their 3 opponents at the World Finals stage.
We got a bull right there on the safe. Gotta knock her back. It's gonna be a ton of damage. That's it. Nova wins. They're going to the semifinals in the first and only sweep of the Brawl Stars world.
Let's connect.
Seconds from death. Tribe need their kill right now. Nova on defense. They're pulling back. They've got the barriers to protect him. That's it. Nova Esports are going to the finals.
Wow. Here we go. They're not even going to focus on defense. They're just going on the offense. And it looks like that is going to be the victory. Nova Esports first ever Brawl Stars World Champion.
The Darkhorses won 9 of their 10 sets to put their names in the Brawl Stars history books. Their run at the World Finals was impressive, but it's hard for the first at any sport to be the best to ever do it. Games evolve over the years. More time means more development, skills, and strategy. But these guys will forever be the first, and we're part of a group that paved the way for today's game. The following year was complicated. With the global pandemic and COVID-19, the world was rattled, and the BSC was no exception. The fact that any form of competition happened is awesome, but it was so different from any other year since it was a global online format, and I feel it's hard to draw too many conclusions from it. So I'm moving on to 2021. ZETA Division, formerly Jupiter, fielded 4 of the best Japanese players in the 8-pack region from 2020. Jupiter re-signed Tensai and added Mameshi, Achapi, and Shitampo, who were all teammates in 2020 to form a powerful 4-man roster. They took over the East Asia region in the regular season by winning 6 of 8 monthly finals. ZETA Division earned the number 1 seed by over 200 points and one of the 2 spots for their region. Once all the teams landed for the World Finals and began international practices, it was clear ZETA Division was a cut above the rest. Before the World Finals, they were not household Brawl Stars names. However, their statement performance would change that forever.
9 seconds left. Players being cornered, but Shitampo cuts down Chaos, and that's gonna be it. Lana falls as well. 8-2. ZETA Division headed to semifinal.
He knocks out the middle part of the map, and you're right, there's no chance here for Reply Totem to come back. The final European hope must now capitulate as the supremacy of ZETA Division is made known to all. They will take on Na'Vi in our final.
10% is all that's left for the final push. Coming in, a shot here and a shot there. Teddy, what? Are they going to do it? Oh, that's going to be it. And there you have it. ZETA Division are your world champions.
ZETA Division won over 80% of their sets at Worlds, going 13-3, including a best of 7 grand finals rather than the typical best of 5. This was over some of Brawl Stars' biggest orgs and future stars of the game. I think they're in contention for number 1 all time. At best, opponents could only take 1 set from them. If monthly finals matter to you as a tiebreaker, this is the team in Brawl Stars history with the biggest percentage of monthly finals won in a year. This is also the same year that there were the most monthly finals, so that makes it even more impressive. If we're looking to get real nitpicky, this was before the modern draft though, so it was a little more rock, paper, scissors, and obviously it wasn't a full pick ban stage. There was only 2 bans per team for an entire match. While it was blind picks, if anything, I think this kind of helps cement them as the best mechanical roster ever. If everybody's essentially playing a combination of very similar brawlers, then ZETA Division were simply outplaying their opponents for the most part. This roster started a new era of Brawl Stars, and ZETA Division kicked off the following season with a wild plot twist. ZETA Division didn't field 1 world champion contending team, they fielded 2. The 2021 world champions split into 2 rosters, starting an arms race for the top with just themselves. ZETA Division 1, led by Shitampo, recruited Moyagoku and Kenji, a previous teammate. ZETA Division 0 consisted of Achapi, Tensai, and added Kuru. Each roster had at least 1 member trying to be the first player ever to have 2 world championships, an unheard of feat. The biggest obstacle in 2022 for each team was well, each other. ZETA 1 and 0 were both in the East Asia region and traded blows all year long. For any given monthly finals, either team could emerge winners, and by the end of the year, ZETA Division took the top spot in East Asia with 4 Grand Finals wins, while ZETA 0 took the other 3. This means ZETA Division took every single monthly finals in East Asia as an organization, which is pretty crazy to think about today. Due to their dominance, both ZETA Division rosters lapped their region and qualified for the World Finals. ZETA Division 1 also won the Mid-Season Invitational, an international competition for the top seeds in the world after the first 3 months. Only one team qualified from East Asia, and ZETA 0 were 1 and 2 at the time against ZETA 1, so they were left out of MSI. It was clear that both teams were the favorites to win Worlds, with ZETA 1 having a slight edge due to one more monthly finals win and the MSI. ZETA 1 took care of business in round 1, while ZETA 0 found themselves in trouble early. They were down 2-0 to CMG BR, who were major dark horses. But Tensai's teammates and his smile never wavered.
5 seconds left, Firecrow pushing in, a stun onto a Chappie, but even he lives.
Some sighs, some smiles, some sighs of relief, a little bit of crowd pleasing as well from the side of ZETA 0 as they get the cheers going as well.
The heal comes just in time to keep him up. This is a chance here for ZETA Division 0. They find a kill, it's traded out. Tensai is low, a connection onto Guru as well, but it's enough for ZETA Division 0 to tie things up and push things all the way to set 5.
It's on one target in particular. Tensai, he's gonna get pitched in fairly hard. No, never mind. Down goes Pekka. Firecrow's going for it. Unfortunately, trips up. That gets her on the side. Down goes Firecrow too. Kuro goes for it. An amazing bounce play. And Tufa falls. Round 1 goes to ZETA 0. Achapi has a super as well that he can use. Pekka and Firecrow on both on low health. Not really anywhere to go. Tensai's going for it. Pekka, he's taking so much damage. A kill on a Tufa and Pekka. ZETA Division 0. They're headed on to the quarterfinals.
ZETA Division 0 pulled off one of the most iconic reverse sweeps in Brawl esports history and progressed all the way to the grand finals by defeating Tribe Gaming NA and EU, both the #1 seeds from their respective regions. They met their sister team, ZETA Division 1, in a best of 7 that was one of the most anticipated battles ever.
Boya Goku's in deep trouble now. Somebody get him a Senzu Bean. Tensai gets out of the action here, and ZETA Division 0, well, they're running the clock and they're looking awful good.
ZETA 1 on the hunt, 6 seconds remain. They've got to get Tensai. He is the only one there. The patients are in. Kenshi gets it! Oh, my God, coming in behind! What is going on? ZETA Division 1 are doing wondrous work!
Achapi's trying to keep them inside his side of the map. Going after Moe Goku could be crazy. He's gotten so far away. Takes one gust hit. Tensai has to shield himself. 3 seconds left. Kuru's bird comes in and it drops the gems. Kuru gets 4. Achapi with 9. He has super. He's going to try and walk away. The utility belt healing. The montage block. ZETA Division 0 pulled off the grandest heist.
Tambo here going to try to line up a super surely. Battles super short forward. Gets the save down to 11%. It's a tie potential here, but I don't think it's going to end that way. Block. 20 seconds on the clock. Block. Oh no! 1%! 1%! 1% is all that was in it! That couldn't have been more down to the wire! And they can barely believe it themselves!
ZETA Division 1 now regroup a little more, but they move up once more. There is a Rocket Rain available here for Kuru. He's going to let it go to the right-hand side of the map. 87 now. We've got 26 seconds left in the round. Moe Goku's trying to push this right-hand side. Tapo's down. This could be it. The dive is there for ZETA Division 0. And it turns out, when you divide by 0, you get a problem you can't solve. ZETA Division 0 are your 2022 Brawl Stars World Champions.
The Clash of Titans delivered, and ZETA Division 0 won. Tensai and Achapi became the only 2 players to ever win multiple world championships, and this team is the only one in the monthly final structure to win it all without being the #1 seed from their region. Outside the first match, ZETA 0 only lost 3 more sets the entire tournament. This meant they won over 72% of their sets, a very impressive showing. While they weren't the #1 seed and had the second lowest number of grand finals wins in a year with the second most ever, they only lost to ZETA Division 1 the entire year. As you can see in the match, there were some incredibly close games and sets. While the score was 4-1, it took a lot to beat ZETA Division 1 that day. If you're a numbers person, ZETA Division 0 probably isn't your champion if you include things like the monthly finals and the percentage of sets they won at the world finals. But it's safe to say that they'll be one of the most interesting world finalists we've ever had. The streak of ZETA Division championships continued in 2023, but once again with a twist. ZETA Division 0 and 1 condensed down to the most superior mechanical roster in the world. 2-time champion Tensai, world championship Chitampo and Moya Goku formed a super team and were immediately seen as world champion contenders. However, these three signed with Crazy Raccoon, a new organization in Brawl Stars. Zeta Division signed a European roster of Meow, Navi, and Garo. Navi and Garo showed promise in 2022, where they were EMEA's 6th seed and lost to Zeta Division 1 3-1 at the World Finals. In 2023, Zeta Division put their faith in these men, and they would not be disappointed. Zeta Division came out swinging by winning the first 2 EMEA monthly finals. They ended the season as the #1 seed by a landslide and won 4 of 6 monthly finals in the Snapdragon Pro Series Season 3 finals, a third-party tournament series that awarded BSC points for top performers. However, their underwhelming performance in SBS Season 4 and their grueling group made some question if they would even advance past the first stage at the World Finals. Zeta Division started their World Finals run with an intense match against STMN.
Hypercharge there, double slow yet again from Bobby, cleans up, and 1 minute 30 between STMN and the win. Sands buying his sweet time here. 1-0 for STMN, a couple supers along with it, an immediate tag into the Shadow Realm as well. Sands taking advantage of the mushrooms up top. Bobby already dishing that ball over to where Sands is standing. He's moving over to the left-hand side. Buster with the pullback, the mind control, no! Now he dumps it in his own net, secures the deal, and STMN gets a victory.
After that 2-3 loss, they breezed through Nouns, the #1 seed from South America, 3-0, and clinched a berth to Championship Sunday as the 2nd seed from their group. That would be the last easy win Zeta Division had the entire tournament. To open the quarterfinals, Zeta Division went to war against Luminosity Gaming in one of the most memorable matches in World Finals history.
A kill going down and now some Sandstorm as well. A gym on the ground for them here, and they're dangerously close to countdown.
LG in 1, Garo gotta be close to a super, but Charles gets the 10th phase shift out of his range. Hypercharge gets him into a good spot, but now it's used. We see Patchy going up top, trying to take some of them down, deflate this aggression that they're gonna be bringing in, but now the loose super's there. Almost gets the freeze, but Sandstorm, super from Chino, we're going to set 5. Oh, Chino's gonna need something massive here. Bull comes in, and that's gonna be the kill they need to start things off. We even see Charles in the realm. It's a 1v1 for this left-hand side, but a twister to close it out. Surely that's gonna be enough for them. It lasts as long as the clock, but 5, and Charles gets the kill, but the pass isn't there. Phase shifter, but the shot doesn't go through. Double match point.
Gonna be a kickoff here in Zeta Division, starting strong once again. It's Charles, lone defender now. Meow working with his teammate here, nothing to do, wide open net in Zeta Division. Throw it in early.
Early lead, 20-second goal, and it's convincing from Zeta, but now LG bounce into speed. They're getting forwards, but the realm for Patchy, 1v1 versus Meow. Twister on the defensive side, double pull, he misses the shot, it's the wall, but still 3v1 should be a goal, evened out, and it comes down to the 1 goal.
It's our final game, and it's been a speed run here so far. Once again, the middle of the map where all the action's going down. This time it's Luminosity taking advantage. A pushback here, a hypercharge inbound as well. They're throwing the ball up. Luminosity moving forward. Patchy, not a lot of HP. They drag him down, a phase shift through. He missed the shot. Defense successful, and now a counter opportunity for Zeta Division.
Through, they're gonna need a pull. The dash, but he gets the gravity, but he grabs the ball. He gives him it! Zeta take it! Heading straight to the semis!
After their close victory, they had to prepare to do it all over again. Zeta Division would now have to face their predecessors in a world champion roster if they wanted a shot at the title. Zeta Division had to defeat a dynasty.
Crazy Raccoon once again completely clobbered Tensai, had no answer. A pass up to Naui, a walk through perhaps, bounced off of Moya, and already a goal within 19 seconds.
Starting to regret the Gigabrain thing. I like the strategy, but these mechanical wizards on the side of Zeta have faced adversity, and now they're taking on some Titans here. Another beautiful shot from Garo, a wide open net, and Zeta Division close out set #1 with flying colors. Now he on his own here, 20 to a roughly 20, and now CR laying down the fire. It's going to be neck and neck here, down to the wires. Zetapo still standing tall. Now he on the back foot, gets the train going down, but he gets it in the final moments. CR can't stay alive. Zeta Division looking to do the unthinkable.
2-0 versus former world champions. Perhaps soon to become just that, former and forgotten in the semifinals, unless they can bring it back here.
And now it's all up to CR. Can they rise to the occasion and take a set?
Zitampo still dashing backwards. Now is the time for Zeta to push in. He, once more, looking for the ideal target on the Tensai. big damage. Now down to 5 seconds. ZETA have everyone pressed with their backs up against the wall. Damage needs to be coming in now. Shitampo taking lots of damage, but not enough to send them packing. And Crazy Raccoon take the set.
These fellows are calm, cool, and collected. A horrendous start for them, losing everything, and now all to gain here. A 10th gym being spawned, and they're not going anywhere from the mid. Garo needs to use this max speed. Tensai there to assist his teammate now with 10 to go. A big pickup, but an easy teleport away. And uh-oh, Crazy Raccoon are dragging us to a set number 5.
Now down goes the super from Naui. Meow is still alive, hanging out inside of the healing. Garo also getting taken in by the super from Shitampo. It looks good. Meow needs to fall, but he still remains alive. The survivability from Naui and Meow is just shocking, but they have to get this control back somehow. Crazy Raccoon are threatening to usurp ZETA Division's lead.
It's do or die right now for Crazy Raccoon. Well past 85, and this could be the big moment. They're holding on for dear life. The #1 seed from EMEA have taken down the Titans.
In another nail-biter, ZETA survived, and their grand finals opponents couldn't be much more poetic. They were staring down Stamina, the only team who had bested them the entire weekend. This time, though, ZETA would not be beaten.
There's a good chance that this next push could be the last. Who wins out in mid? Meow able to find the pick on Sands here, and Gero's back. He's diving in. He's looking for the safe, and ZETA Division are the Alpha and the Omega. Inevitable. Your 2023 Brawl Stars World Champions.
After STM won set 1, ZETA Division took 3 straight sets and had their least dramatic match of Championship Sunday, including a set 4 victory as Edgar. While their faces didn't show it, these 3 had just conquered one of the craziest runs to become world champions. They finished with a 14-8 set record, an almost 64% win rate, and defeated a stacked list of players and teams. ZETA Division's 2023 run will definitely stand out as a memorable one. But in 2024, the streak of ZETA titles finally ended. 3 free agents, Lukey, Boss, and Semantic, would team up to take on EMEA as major underdogs. Immediately, they sent shockwaves in the opening match for EMEA by defeating the reigning world champions.
Keep coming in, TP away. They're getting heals along the way on the side of ZETA, but no takedowns just yet. But they are forcing back Humble into the wall. Semantic's considering going forwards. Lukey is low. Boss as well goes in for a swipe, going to be forced out of mech. Can ZETA do it? No! Humble come out on top. They will proceed to the semi-finals, and the world champions of the world go out at the first hurdle.
They proved their performance wasn't a fluke with consistent monthly final showings and even winning one. Humble became the #1 seed and advanced to the world finals as one of the contenders. There was no overwhelming favorite to the community, but Humble would soon show why they were undoubtedly the best. Before making the grand finals, they beat Rival Esports, Eternal Fire, KCP, and SK Gaming while only dropping 2 total sets. Humble's final opponent was Crazy Raccoon, who were once again back to reclaim their throne. Unfortunately for Crazy Raccoon, they would meet an immovable object in Humble.
Tensai just gets brought down by some of that squeak damage. Another hand to catch the turret that might actually be intentional, believe it or not. Shitampo moves up, hits that super. Lukey goes down, 2 seconds left, and Humble keeps Semantic alive. Get down, Mr. President. Humble had to get off of the point for a time, but Semantic's back, and he means business. Tensai face shifts forward, but Boss is able to bring him down. Hypercharge available for 2 Humble players, and Crazy Raccoon are about to run into the wood chipper.
How can you push it to 2 hypercharges? Semantic going straight into the eye of the storm. Gets the stun there, Lori, and Lukey can just sit back and relax. Shitampo's going to come in with a lovely super book. Is it going to be realistically enough? There's only 2% remaining. Boss coming back in now. Trying to get that super, trying to get on the zone. And Humble do it. They get the set and place Crazy Raccoon into a perilous position. Semantic there saying just 1 more.
They want to try and pressure Crazy Raccoon down before they think to come forward. Mark on Shitampo, Tensai level to star power. Scrappy's hitting hard, 49%. It's getting low. Moya in a press. Ah! There it is.
Semantic.
3 seconds.
He's got it, Marty.
Gets humbled around. The solo mission onto the safe with the Colette super. And Humble are 1 game away. 11 seconds left in the game. Shitampo has to go for a super to dodge the shot, but Boss is going to be there at Tensai with a hyper. No turret to use. Humble, 50%. Crazy Raccoon have fallen short. And here we have 3 Humble guys who just happens to be the best Brawl Stars team in the world.
Humble had swept champions and defied expectations in 2024. Including the group stage, Humble went 13-2 in sets, nearly 87%, an unfathomable percentage with today's level of competition. While the regular season wasn't as impressive as past champions, their unique story and performance at the world stage was the most dominant outside of Nova Esports in 2019. Considering their combination of outdrafting opponents and mechanics, they are certainly in conversation for the best team to win a World Finals. After editing and making this video, I still don't think there's a clear answer, which is probably a good thing. Ultimately, it's not apples to apples. I think 2021's Zeta Division roster was the most mechanically impressive compared to the competition, but they also didn't have to deal with the modern day draft. Humble were super dominant in the 2024 World Finals, but their regular season online wasn't as strong. There is no perfect champion, and that's great. It makes their stories that much more special. While there's technically no correct answer, I'd love to hear what you guys think. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like, subscribe for more awesome Brawl content, and let me know down below who you think should get the nudge to be #1 after watching. Thanks again, and we'll see y'all in the next one.